What is up, guys? ChaseOliver68 here, bringing you my Raw review for August 13th, 2012. So Raw kicked off with a match, CM Punk versus The Big Show. Standard match between the two. Daniel Bryan came out randomly, and I know a lot of people were like, oh, why is Daniel Bryan coming out in this match and saying he wants a WWE title shot? I mean, Daniel Bryan, his main purpose, he wants a WWE Championship match, but a lot of people were wondering, what about Kane? Well, certain people, like Kane, Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, they're like in Japan, and I think now they're in China doing a tour of like the SmackDown thing. So that's why many SmackDown stars were not on tonight. Gee, WWE, I would actually like if SmackDown stars weren't on my Raw show, so that way it gives me a more of a better reason to watch SmackDown. But if you guys just do SmackDown video packages, hyping up SmackDown more, gave us a SmackDown rebound, and also not to mention a main reason to watch SmackDown, I would. But, Daniel Bryan comes out, like I said, interrupts the match, gives Punk the DQ win, and starts attacking CM Punk, and isn't CM Punk supposed to be a heel? So why is a heel attacking a heel? Shouldn't it be a heel, be friends with a heel? And Big Show, he started attacking Punk, and then all of a sudden Cena saves the heel, and I'm like, well, wait, what's going on here? And AJ comes out, and AJ skips. You know what she does? Announces, does the old Teddy Long trick of announcing a tag team match, and that was your opening segment. Okay, opening segment. Don't really see the point of, Daniel Bryan really being out there other than set up the tag team match. But it was just kind of a random segment. So JTG, if you guys did not know, decided on Twitter, he was upset with his WrestleMania payoff that he got. Now, if you guys don't know what the WrestleMania payoff is to some superstars, WrestleMania payoffs to some superstars are like their money, and especially when WWE likes to go on these trips to Japan and other places to promote their show. The payoff is normally used for those superstars as like spending money. It's kind of like when you go on a trip for school, like a field trip out of state or somewhere, and your parents give you like $100 to spend on the trip. That's pretty much what the payoff is. So JTG decided to rant that on Twitter and was upset about what was going on. So, he's talked about how everything feels unstable here. He was talking to Caitlyn, and AJ Lee, of course, heard that. Thought she was talking about him. So JTG gets a match. He's excited, but he's getting a match against Ryback. Beat me, boy. Beat me, boy. Ryback squash. JTG and Ryback. I love how he's getting over. I really do. I really love how Ryback's getting over with the Feed Me More chant. Really do. It really does. I'm glad he can work a crowd. Great job, Ryback. I love it. I'm not being sarcastic here. I really do like how Ryback can work a crowd. And especially in jobber matches like that. Really does help. But why JTG? Just because he spoke up his mind. So, let's move on. Anyways, we get an announcement that Roddy Piper's on Raw. So, we don't announce that like last week. Come on, WWE. Come on, man. That's come on, man of the week right there. Hashtag come on, man. If you don't know, that's from Monday Night Football. But come on, man. You guys got to announce that a week before Roddy Piper on Raw? Shit, man. You got to tell that. Because if you think about it, people will be like, hey, man, did you know Roddy Piper's on Raw? That will get more word of mouth throughout the whole week if you guys hype that up. But, some people, they might not have taken off work to, see Roddy Piper on Raw. I know people are going to be like, why would people take off work to see Roddy Piper? Roddy Piper is still an interesting character. A lot of people love Roddy Piper. But anyways, they announced that there's going to be a Piper's Pit. But the thing is, we get to choose who's going to be the main guest on Piper's Pit. Y2J, Chris Jericho, The Miz, or Dolph Ziggler. And so then we move on. We get back from the break. And announced from that is our pre-show match. Santino Marella versus Antonio Cesaro. Very European he is. For the United States Championship for the SummerSlam pre-show match. Pretty solid pre-show match, if you ask me. Next up, Heath Slater versus R-Truth. My boy, Little Chris. Bam! R-Truth, baby. Yeah. And R-Truth, beat Heath Slater. Primetime players kicked ass. And Little Chris actually has to address something. Jerry the King Lawler made out a huge lie saying Little Jimmy was there dancing with R-Truth. Little Chris, can you explain to the fans, where was Little Jimmy actually? Little Chris is saying Little Jimmy was actually in China with Kofi Kingston. And why was he with Kofi Kingston and not our boy R-Truth? Little Chris, once again, explained that Little Jimmy has never been to China. So he wanted to go explore the Asian culture. Why not? Thank you, Little Chris, our Little Jimmy correspondent. And if you guys don't know, Little Jimmy has fully recovered from that punt by Daniel Bryan. Anyways, R-Truth wins. Primetime players without AW. Still mad about that shit. Kobe Bryant doesn't even care that he said that. Kobe Bryant, all he cares about right now is, yo, man, I'm about to win another championship ring, man. Got Dwight Howard and Steve Nash on the Lakers. Hell, I ain't even going to SummerSlam. I don't think Dwight's going to SummerSlam. I don't know if Nash is going to SummerSlam. Meta might go to SummerSlam. He was there last year, but I don't care about WWE, what they say about me. Hell, man, I'm more excited about my championship parade that's going to happen, man. I'm Kobe Bryant. He don't care about what AW said. And, WWE superstars are not supposed to support Linda McMahon, only common people. Bitches, AW will make you the millions of dollars that Linda McMahon's Senate campaign won't make you. You guys are wasting more damn money, and this is why guys like JTG are not getting the payoff. Because you guys are holding that money aside for the hard-working talent of our company. It's not just JTG who did not get a good payoff. It's all those mid-card guys that many fans do like the Tyson Kids of the world. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't getting paid because Linda McMahon's Senate campaign is that perfect. She ain't going to win. Why can't you guys face that? Linda, you should just be fucking happy you're married to a billionaire. You don't need to prove yourself. Hell, maybe if you did, you already run, doesn't she do something in the WWE organization? She doesn't need to be a senator. Why don't you just become a mayor? Isn't that good enough? I mean, shit, man, I would love to be the mayor of Moore Park. Fuck yeah, man, I'll change this place. But anyways, primetime players attack, you know, they attacked R-Truth, and yeah, that's pretty much it I gotta say about this segment. If you guys didn't know, on SmackDown, Del Rio lost his world title shot. I think he's getting it back if you guys want to know my quick opinions on that. Oh, speaking about quick opinions, Sin Cara versus Tensai. Sin Cara wins. They show Cody Rhodes insulting Sin Cara, and they show Sin Cara beating Cody Rhodes. And Sin Cara beats Tensai, and Tensai beats up Sakamoto. Whatever. Moving on. I don't understand what was the point of that match, to be honest. So next up we got the Piper's Pit segment. And in the Piper's Pit segment, it was kind of weird. Jericho first came out because he won the votes. Then Dolph came out, but he didn't win the votes, so why the fuck is the other? Then the Miz came out. Now, I did like that Miz and Dolph got their mic time, but what is the point of voting if it doesn't matter? All these fuckers are going to come out anyways. It kind of contradicts the whole voting aspect, if you ask me. But I'm glad they got the mic time. Dolph did pretty good on the mic. The Miz, I thought he did really well on the mic. Some of the things he said were kind of weird, like, oh, Jericho can't be like me. He can't win the IC title. It's like, bitch, please. Jericho's he has the most IC championship reigns in anyone in WWE history. But it was announced at the commercial break. AJ Lee said that there would be a triple threat between these three men, and we got that match. Very good match for Monday Night Raw. A lot of good spots from all three men in this match. Miz actually looked I thought the Miz looked really good in this match, if you ask me. Ziggler was always looking good in matches, and Jericho, he looked pretty solid too. And so when you're kind of looking at this and you say, yeah, man, this sounds like a good match. It was a good match. The only problem I have with this is Ziggler pinned Jericho, and I understand keep Miz because Miz is facing Rey Mysterio at SummerSlam for the IC Championship. But I was just kind of wondering to myself, why is it that Ziggler had to pin Jericho? It was just kind of confusing to me. Why not have it where Miz pins Jericho and Ziggler is one of the main reasons why? I don't know. But if Jericho and Ziggler can actually go on further past SummerSlam, I think that will benefit more for Dolph, especially if Jericho does beat him at SummerSlam. And I'll get more into that when I make my predictions video. You guys know I go more in depth with that when those videos come along. So then the next segment, we got, Eve Torres and CM Punk. And Eve Torres has been doing this weird shit where she always comes in during Punk segments and has to always be like, kind of like a smartass to him. And says that, oh, you think you have everyone's respect. You don't have John Cena's respect. John Cena has all the respect in the world, and, you should tell Cena that. And Punk's like, oh, I will. And he kind of walked away. And, Shawn Michaels is backstage. And he's just kind of, like freaking out. Cena goes, hey, man. And then Shawn Michaels like, oh. And then Cena's like, hey, what's the matter? And then Shawn's like, nothing at all. And he just walked away. And then Punk, kind of talked about, because last week in the promo, he was like, you're that guy. And normally when you say that guy, it's like, you know, you become a heel, I guess, in the WWE. And Cena always says that in his promos, and he's like, John, you're wrong about me. I'm not that guy. I am someone totally different. I am CM Punk. And then, you know, he goes on this pretty good promo segment and, you know, kind of walks away from it. So that was different, interesting segment. And also he kind of makes his claim about how he is going to still be WWE champion. We got some Divas tag team action. Caitlyn and Diva champion Layla took on the team of Beth Phoenix and my SD wife, Eve Torres. Eve Torres is my wife. I know I broke the news. She kind of wanted to keep it secret, but we are married. And even though she might deny it, we are. And, you know, Eve, Beth, Caitlyn, and Layla, they put on an alright tag team match. Caitlyn gets a surprise win over Beth Phoenix, and this is kind of building up towards Caitlyn and Eve Torres on SmackDown. Winner gets to become assistant GM. Yay! Anyways, we move on to our tag team main event matchup between Big Show and Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk and John Cena. This was a solid tag team matchup. Big Show and Daniel Bryan had some funny bits where they were arguing about the tag match. Like, Daniel Bryan's like, no, get out of my damn ring. And Big Show's like, oh, come on, man. I'm going to wrestle, man. I'm the Big Show. You know, that kind of shit. And then there's some funny moments where, like, CM Punk, and near the end of the match, actually, where CM Punk, you know, hit 2 stiff shoulders, the spin-out powerbomb, and he did the little, and he was about to, you know, do the you can't see me, and then Cena all of a sudden tagged Punk from the back. Punk's like, all right, what you got? And CM Punk does the ugliest knee I've ever seen in my goddamn life, and grabs Bryan by the head and hits the running bulldog like Punk did, and Punk's like, I'm fucking out of here. And I thought Daniel Bryan should have rolled up Cena for the win. I thought that would have made more sense. Maybe build up him towards Kane more. But then again, it is Kane, and do you really need to build up someone to be a believable threat against Kane nowadays? I mean, Kane is not really that much of a believable threat anyways. Then after the match, CM Punk's like, shake hands with me, John. And John Cena doesn't shake his hand. And then Punk goes backstage and tells Josh Matthews he felt disrespected. Okay. Next up, we got Damien Sandow versus Christian. Don't know why this was going on right now, but this was a solid matchup. Brodus Clay came out during the matchup, and I thought, you know, oh, cool, Brodus Clay is going to distract Sandow, but Sandow, being the intellectual fellow he is, keeping that gimmick strong and alive, WWE, I like it. Keeping him being intellectual, was not falling for the trick of Brodus Clay, and beats Christian. Very, very smart move by the WWE. Really did like that they made Damien Sandow smarter. I mean, hell, if he's supposed to be intellectual, why in the hell would he fall for a simple, you know, interference? He knows what's going to come next. He knows that Christian's going to hit his move, and he knows that, you know, he has to keep himself precautious at all times. So, hell yeah, I like that move. So next up, we got the contract signing. Paul Heyman pretty much hypes up the contract signing, and, you know, pretty much talked about how, you know, Brock Lesnar is going to beat the shit out of Triple H. Shawn Michaels comes out, and, you know, he's just looking at them. And then Triple H comes out, and then he just signs the contract. Lesnar signs the contract, throws at Triple H, and does his usual jumping up and down. And I actually thought, like, to be honest, I thought Raw was over. I turned off my TV, and I was like, oh, Raw's over. And then I went on Twitter, and people were like, oh, yeah, Raw's still going on. I'm like, what the fuck? Raw's still going on? I thought it was over. And I think I missed something on there. Maybe I missed a short match. I don't know. But the last thing I saw when I turned off Raw was when I turned back on Raw. It showed, you know, Shawn Michaels and Paul Heyman arguing, like, because Paul Heyman, I guess, hit his car or something. And then Lesnar comes and he just grabs Shawn Michaels, starts beating the shit out of, you know, Shawn Michaels. And he keeps, you know, beating down Shawn Michaels more and more. And then out comes, you know, the big old bad game, Triple H. Brock Lesnar's like, fuck no, I'm not falling for this shit. He gets the fuck out of here. And Triple H is like, get back in here, get back in here. And Brock Lesnar's like, hell no, man, I'm Brock Lesnar. And that pretty much ended Raw. Very good ending segment. Gets you a little bit more hyped up for Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. Overall, Monday Night Raw, though, I thought it was an okay episode. Nothing really too great here. Once again, another okay 3-hour Raw. Did like the new faces we saw on here. Maybe because that was time that was not given to some of the SmackDown superstars. But I digress. Pretty solid episode of Monday Night Raw. If you guys like this video, subscribe up above. Comment down below. You guys excited for SummerSlam? I'm kind of on par with SummerSlam. Like or dislike this video. You guys know the drill. This is Chase Oliver 68. See you live. Twitter at Chase Oliver 68, and I'll see y'all.